Okay, we're done with our questions, and now we will go to our candidates, and we will just reverse the order for the closing statements. Mr. Greenberg will go first, and you have up to 2 minutes.
Thank you. I want to go to the Measure M. I'm really for transparency in government. I think that our city really needs to be more honest with what we're doing with our funds. The Measure M committee, if you look at the ballot language, it says Measure R, it says that the utility tax provides 15% of our general funds. It actually provides 6%, and nobody noticed it, but I've corrected that, and it's problematic for me that I go to city council meetings, we talk about spending that I feel is excessive, such as $650,000 to $850,000 for a consultant for the general plan that could be done for half. We talk about, pay raises and pay scale raises for all of our city staff. If we're going to do this, let's tell the voters this is what you're voting for. I was for extending the $330,000. I'm not for the $260,000. I think that I have yet to see a single spending vote that has been recommended by our city staff, questioned and turned down, or even voted against by a member of this city council. I will bring that financial oversight and transparency to the public that I think we really need. I think we're going to need a government that represents us. I think I'll help find money to actually build bike lanes and bike trails and purchase electric cars instead of talking about it. And I think I will empower this body, this city council, to be able to practice the sort of responsive government and bring about the policies that the public really deserves and wants and that we want to be part of. And I want to also say that it will be an honor to serve with any of the 4 people who are re-elected. I think we have a tremendous city council, and I think we could do a little bit better, and I'd like to be part of that.
Thank you. Ms. Kernan.
Thank you. I've enjoyed this evening, though I have to share with you it's very difficult being on a 90-second time limit up here with really good questions. And there are more questions I'm sure that we haven't gotten to. So I welcome your contacting me in the future with your questions, your concerns, your issues, your challenges, your suggestions as to how to improve our community. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope for a seat on our next city council. There's a lot of good work we can do together, and my priorities will be to reduce traffic congestion, to improve our infrastructure for bicyclists and pedestrians, particularly looking at safety, to strengthen our local economy, to encourage infill development in our downtown core, to unite our business districts so that we don't just have an expanded downtown, but we have a concept of all of our businesses working together. And we will be adopting a new general plan. I feel very optimistic about our future, and I think it's because the SDAT report was a real turning point for us. What we learned from that effort was that we actually can determine our future. We can decide who we want to be and then go ahead and do that. I've also been encouraged by seeing diverse groups decide to work together, to pool their energy and move forward on projects with greater result. Well, we're going to have a new general plan, and that will be our inspiration that will lead us. I'm sure that we'll have to work on our zoning ordinance and our design review board guidelines so that we become the city that we intend through that plan. I hope you'll consider me when you vote by absentee or when you go to the ballot on November 4th. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Slater.
Thank you. I'd like to make one brief correction. The general plan is currently budgeted for $400,000. That's a line item in the budget. It's not the $850 that was the figure stated before. My closing remarks. So I feel like running our successful little city requires teamwork between elected council officials, city staff, and the residents of Sebastopol. The positive work accomplished over the past 4 years by all 3 members of our community team has been remarkable. We've undertaken a general plan update, we've enacted a photovoltaic ordinance, we've created a complete streets committee, we have a major bike lane along Petaluma Avenue in the design phase. We've begun a major revision of our downtown design standards. Our traditional civic events, such as the Apple Blossom Parade and Festival, and new ones, such as the Village Building Convergence, are fun and engaging events for our city. I am proud that Sebastopol was a founding member of Sonoma Clean Power, which will be providing green, locally produced energy at lower cost. Under this council's watch, a new city park, Tomodachi Park, near the bridge into town, has opened. The skate garden expansion is moving forward. A committed group of local design professionals working in partnership with the council brought the American Institute of Architects Sustainable Development Assessment Team to town. It was a remarkable week of expert analysis, workshops, and reporting. The council also adopted Sebastopol's first bicycle and pedestrian master plan, which is the primary document towards the goal of a safe and efficient bikeable and walkable city. All of these examples show Sebastopol is undergoing a renaissance, and that this is an exciting time to live in our delightful city. Let's continue working together to keep the positive momentum towards the goal of a green, economically strong, and beautiful city. Thanks.
Thank you. And Ms. Glass.
I haven't told you very much about my history or my qualifications, so I'd like to just say very quickly, I do have a very strong background in financial management, and I think that is what I really bring to this council. What we have here is an attorney and an architect and a finance person. I owned an accounting software development company for 25 years. I was the CFO for a nonprofit for 7 years. I currently run a statewide nonprofit, and I have a great deal of experience with budgets and financial oversight. I also worked for a land use economics firm. Early in my career, I have a lot of experience in analyzing economic information. I am a dyed-in-the-wool New Deal progressive with a heavy set of green values. I think that fits with our town, with Sebastopol. I'm very practical, however. I have a lot of experience in government. I was an aide, as many of you know probably, I was an aide to Supervisor Mike Riley when he was our 5th District Supervisor. I know how government works, I know who to call, and I know how to make things happen. Most of all, I want to collaborate, and I want to unify Sebastopol for our common vision of a healthy, happy, inclusive, prosperous town that is respectful of both people and our planet.
All right, thank you. Let's give all of our candidates a round of applause, please. Thank you very much, all of you, for stepping into the political arena, and good luck to you. Thank you to you, our audience, for coming out and supporting these candidates and learning what they had to say on all the major issues that are facing Sebastopol. Just give me a moment, folks. And, it's most appreciated by them and by us as well. Thank you to the Sebastopol Community Center for allowing us to use this facility. Thank you to Alan Fitch of Visual Story Media for taping this forum. Thank you to the Sebastopol Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center for co-sponsoring this event with us. The League is taping candidate forums throughout Sonoma County, as well as this one. So go to our website, lwvsonoma.org. Click on Debates and Forums, and there you'll find a link that will give you the latest playback information. And as I said, give us a couple of days, maybe even a week, to get this up on our website. This same website will give you information about becoming a League member. Please visit the League's other website, smartvoter.org, for nonpartisan election information. There you can read about local candidates and their views on various issues. There's also a segment on the state propositions as well. The last day to register to vote for this election is October 20th. Absentee ballots have already started going out, so if you've been signed up to be an absentee voter, look for your ballot. And if you still vote on election day, which I do, it's November 4th. Finally, every election is important. Decisions will be made at this level, state level, federal level, that will affect us for years and years to come. Don't complain, don't throw your hands up in the air, vote. Thank you for your attention. Good night.